Hey people, once again. So in this here video, I want to give my perspective on how the both the poor look at the holiday of Christmas compared to the wealthy look at the holiday of Christmas. And I say that because I'm sure a lot of you who may be less fortunate, a lot of you parents that may be working a regular job, regular blue collar 9 to 5 job, and may have kids, in some cases multiple kids. By the way, I have no kids. Anyway, in case some of you are wondering or may have always wondered, do I have kids? Anyway, some of you parents that have been working or are working regular blue collar jobs have always wanted to provide your kids with the best things in life. Whether it may have been clothing wise, or maybe whether it may be buying them the most current electronics, in most cases the most current or newest Apple products, because judging from my perspective, kids don't seem to really play with toys compared to back in the days when I was a kid, which was quite a long time ago. As a matter of fact, back when I was a kid, I used to always look at Christmas. I anticipate seeing the holiday of Christmas for the most part, just so I could be able to get some of my most favorite toys, some of the most newest toys. And I could relate to being one of those that's less fortunate, coming from a less fortunate family, by both my parents being blue collar 9 to 5 workers for the most part growing up as a kid, compared to when you may be a parent that may be able to provide your kids with the finer things. For instance, you may be a person that's married who may happen to be, I take that back. You may happen to be a kid who happened to grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth. In other words, one of your parents may be the dean of an elite or prestigious college, or president of an elite or prestigious college. And the other parent may happen to be a doctor. Therefore, they could afford, your parents could be able to afford, even if you may be an adult listening to this video, who may have grown up as very fortunate, they may have grown up privileged, you could relate to where I'm coming from, whereas you didn't have to worry about waiting to the actual day of Christmas to be able to open up gifts and see toys you always may have wanted as a kid, the most newest toys, because by you growing up privileged, from a privileged background, every day literally seemed like Christmas to you, due to how your parents having such high paying careers, such high paying jobs, could be able to literally get you whatever you may have wanted, whatever toy, any time of the year, will be able to throw you some of the most lavish birthday parties growing up as a kid without having to figure out ways to save for. Could be able to buy you a car once you were able to get your driver's license and get to a point where you could be able to legally drive an automobile. Could be able to get you a car off the parking lot, brand new, with no mileage, or if the car or vehicle may have had mileage, very low mileage. As in, if you're underprivileged or may have grown up in a less fortunate, from a less fortunate upbringing or background. You know, your parents, one of your parents may have, for instance, worked as a cashier at a grocery store. Your other parent may have worked as a sanitation worker. That's a perfect example. Therefore, they had to strategize, your parents, in leading up to Christmas, the most, some of the most, I guess you could say, the simplest ways, without having to spend so much money, to save up prior, our way up to Christmas, to buy you those whatever things you may have desired as a kid leading up to Christmas. Your parents had to, for the most part, hustle the best way they can, in some cases working multiple jobs. Therefore, you could, for the most part, relate to where I'm coming from. For a lot of you people who may be listening to this video, even if you may be a kid or minor listening to this video, you could relate to where I'm coming from, compared to growing up from a less fortunate background or upbringing, compared to you or people that may be listening to this video, watching this video, that grew up very privileged and very fortunate. Christmas, to all of us, is perceived in different ways. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to be able to get gifts for Christmas. And I also look at it from this perspective. Christmas is just for the less fortunate, less privileged, for the ones who don't have money like that to really spare, or money to spend like that. It's one of the main holidays of the year to keep the less fortunate and that much more poverty as well. That they keep people that's that much less fortunate coming out of their pockets and with that much less, because for some of you who just recently may have gotten paid from your workplace, for instance, that may have gotten paid from your workplace or workplaces last Friday, or may have today. And a lot of you plan on, well, I'll put it another way, this past Friday or the Friday before, because the day will pretty much be too late to spend money. For you people that may be listening to this video and have kids, that you may have bought Christmas presents. In most cases, instead of a kid, because the average person has multiple kids now, whether they may be biological kids or step kids, that money you ended up spending and going out of your way to spend just to please your kids, or the biological, whether it may be biological or step kids, could have been set aside for a rainy day, either rainy day or emergency. Because for the most part, we are be more technical in a recession, and due to the higher prices, the much more higher prices of things, various things now, due to inflation costs. Anyway, and for all of, I look at it also from both this perspective and this angle. For the main people that are some of the most less fortunate, that don't have money, a whole lot of money on a regular basis. Even for the people that may have to wait to income tax season to have a big lump sum of money to spend to do pretty much whatever else they may need to with. Those are the main people who go out of their ways, with kids also, to buy their kids the newest iPhones, if not that, the newest iPhone tablets, the newest pairs of Jordans, especially in the Black American communities. And I just look at it. I want you all who may be listening to this video to tell me whether you agree or disagree on whether Christmas is looked at from a different angle or perspective when both the poor and the rich or wealthy people. When that's said, I want you to feel free to comment right down below in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, both the video and channel, so the channel could end up becoming more viral. Also, and last but not least, subscribe to the channel. And not only that, but happy holidays to you who all may be listening to this video as well. Until next time, have a blessed and safe day.